Hello and welcome to the Free Cheese, episode 112. I am your Joe Dix, joined tonight by Kyle Muehlberger and Marc Augustiniak.
What's up?
Welcome, friends.
Hi.
The Free Cheese is a weekly video game podcast about video games, where we talk about what we've been playing, maybe a topic of the week.
Maybe.
I got a good one. Maybe. We'll see. Time will tell. But before we get to that, I've been playing some video games. I'm going first this week.
How many video games?
2. Probably more than that. I kept going with that there Pokemon Shuffle, Kyle.
I think you changed his name to
It just...
You're done.
Oh,
I don't know.
words.
Oddly enough, like, it's the game I've put the most amount of time into in the last week. Judging by my 3DS's activity log.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But I think it's because it's like, I will, when I open my 3DS, I'll go to it, burn through all my hearts, and then I'll play whatever else I went there to play. And then when I get done playing what I went there to play, I go back, and Pokemon typically has a bit more. Yeah. And it just keeps going and going and going. It's getting difficult to catch Pokemon. It's not like easy.
A lot of them are failing.
What number are you on?
I don't know. 90 something.
How many are there total?
I have no idea.
I assume it's endless.
Endless possibilities.
Yeah.
It's not endless. Why
I
would it be
believe I'm in the
endless?
50s or 60s. I can't remember.
Is it only Gen 1 right now?
No, it's all of them.
Yeah,
all of them?
yeah, everything. But I don't know. It's an okay game for game standards, but it's not it's Candy Crush. It's
It's a time filler.
Thank you. Yeah, it's fine though. It's whatever. Has there been anything cool that you've done in it?
No.
It's just it never gets any different. It's
Nothing
just
happens that's different.
ugh.
You can just
Do your Pokemon evolve?
I don't know. They level up very slowly.
Yeah.
And
So-
like every time you do, it'll say like, "Oh, the recommended Pokemon for each level." It's honestly best to just do that and just press optimize, and then have it
And
do
just
the
go.
Pokemon, and then it's so
Yeah.
much easier.
This makes me want to play Pokemon Pinball instead.
Yeah, or any thing. Like
Because you catch Wartortle later on. You catch
I got him. I got Charmander.
Carmeleon. Carmelon.
But it's
Charmeleon.
The
it's
Warmander.
fine. It's whatever.
It's a game.
It's
just like a little like I'm in an airport and I'm bored game.
yeah. Except I never fly, so it's just me in my apartment.
Maybe you
I'm bored.
should fly.
Hey man, if I could, I would. I don't have wings.
What HM is that? 3?
Sure, Ray.
I
Do what?
Was that HM3 originally?
Yes.
Fly.
Because 4 was strength.
Or was 3 Flash?
3's something.
1's cut. We know that.
Yeah, 2 is Fly.
2 is fly. 2 fly. And 3 is strength. And 4 is surf.
5 is Flash.
5 is flash.
That's all there was, I think, in the first one.
Built to last. Duralast. Yep.
It made me want to go back and play like Leaf Green, but I didn't.
Why?
Do that. I don't know. I have other shit to play, and
Yeah, like Fire Red.
no, like whenever I think I want to go play Pokemon, I start to think about what Pokemon is, and then I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I remember.
It's
I know that's, like, the
slower paced than what you think.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it definitely, like, those old ones were slower paced, and I think that's what, like, if you play one now, you're like, oh, it's so easy to get through, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I don't know, like, if I should go back to X if I'm feeling a Pokemon thing.
It's just too easy.
But Omega Sapphire, Alpha Ruby,
Omega Ruby and Alpha
Yep, that's the one.
Sapphire.
they're not good. I do not like them.
I thought they would have been better than X and Y.
You'd think, but they're
I
not.
wasted. It's weird to think that I wasted money on 2 games that I bought.
Yeah. But I played something else this week called
Please tell me.
Castlevania II Simon's Quest.
How do you pronounce that?
Castlevania II Simon's Quest.
Okay.
That was always the black sheep of the NES trilogy. It just didn't I don't know, it was always described as like difficult and obtuse and strange and weird. And it is all of those things, but the way that people talked about it and described it made me never want to play it because, I don't know, the fact that like the villagers lie to you and you don't know where to go and you get a thing and you have to kneel for 5 seconds in front of a thing. It just doesn't seem like a game that you'd want to...
It just sounds like Zelda 2.
Yes, and like that's
Even
another
almost,
one.
Like even like the frustration level.
Uh-huh.
But
Frustration level.
maybe, but see, with Zelda 2, with me, at first it was very frustrating.
Because
The more because like you're so limited with your techniques, you didn't have a lot of magic, and you kind of didn't know where to go. But like, the more you advanced, like your health would raise, you get more abilities, better combat moves. Then the game, it started feeling more like an actual game at that point, and it wasn't as frustrating. I don't know if Simon's Quest would be like that. Where the more you advance, the easier it is. It's more tolerable at that point.
Not even that. I think that as much as I'm against this, just play it with a guide.
Yeah, I mean, for Zelda 2, I used a video guide.
Yeah.
Because there was one town where you're being attacked by ghosts, and you wouldn't have known that.
I think that if you have
museum or
patience
something.
and you're willing to do it, you can do it. I don't think it's impossible, but you need to pay attention to what's being said instead of just like skipping through all the text boxes that pop up. But no, you need to quickly figure out how to determine what is a lie and what is an actual in-game hint. Like, I think there's some sort of coloration to the sprites. I think anyone wearing brown lies to you or something like that.
Most of them were wearing
I just realized something.
I know.
In Zelda 2, there is a spell where you can turn into a fairy, so you can fly and avoid obstacles and kind of like just go ahead.
Alucard. Castlevania
But here's the
3.
thing: you turn into a little red female fairy from the first Zelda.
That's strange.
Replenishes your heart. So Link turns into a female fairy.
Maybe it was actually Zelda all along.
It could have been.
Well, no, she was in that Comer at the
Alright.
time.
The coma?
Yeah, Comer.
Maybe he was actually inside of her.
Oh,
Inside the
that's just a
coma.
weird transformation.
That is really weird. He just pushed it back up inside of him and got wings. That's really all that happened.
That's true.
That's how surgeries work.
I mean, like he changed genders, and then he wore a little red dress.
It's costly. Yeah, I'll give it that.
Costly. No, but if you can get through it, finally completing that game instead of just wandering through the first town and the little stretch of woods past it, it climbed up the ranks in like
Oh, does it?
my favorite Castlevania games.
How hard was it to beat?
It's incredibly easy
To beat Dracula?
to beat everything.
What's the bosses? What are the bosses? Are they bosses or is it
They're-
just Dracula?
I'm hesitant to say because I still want you to play it and experience it, but
you told me all the bosses that I was going to fight in
I don't
Castlevania.
like. I think there's bosses, but I don't think it's like the first one.
no,
The way you encounter them.
no, not at all.
What are the bosses? Let's hear some bosses.
No, because like
Like Swamp Monster.
Well, all of them have death. That's just a given. That's like the center spot on being other than Dracula.
So
damn it,
Death's in
Kyle.
it. Death's hanging out.
But I don't know anything else.
Is
though.
Wolfman
I know a lot of them are
back?
different.
Is Frankenstein
There are 3 bosses in the game.
back? And including Dracula.
yes,
So there's Dracula,
uh,
Death,
I don't know.
and then possibly Satan.
No,
Simon Belmont's
there's-
weird cousin Floyd.
No, there's a mask.
That's what it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's Majora's Mask coming back to haunt them. Wonderful.
No, but it's absurd how easy the bosses are.
He's a whip.
Just like Zelda 2.
Yeah, and it's absurd how easy the game is. Actually, like
Well, it's easy because of a glitch.
in Simon's 2.
No, in Zelda 2.
Simon's 2. Oh yeah. No, in Castlevania 2, it's so easy. There's no real penalty for death. Like in the first game, if no matter where you were in the stage, if you died,
Go back to the
and you had to continue, you were back to the beginning. Well, that's not true.
Well,
No.
there is kind of a penalty.
If you died, you had to start over in the like.
You lose
the-
all your hearts.
Well, like in Castlevania 2 you do. In the first one, it was like you died, you'd go back to the checkpoint, and if you lost all of your lives, you'd have to continue from the beginning of that level or that stage. Whereas in this one, when you die and have to continue, well, no matter if you die or you lose all your lives and have to continue, you just start where you died.
Yeah.
However, like you said, if you have to continue, you lose all of your hearts and your experience that would get you to the next level.
And that sucks because you need to farm hearts to like get a lot of shit.
Yes. However, time stands still inside of mansions, aka like dungeons, like the castles in the game. So you can go in there and just farm for experience and not have to worry about like screwing up your progression of time. Like, I don't know, it's a weird game, but once you get the hang of it and everything, like you learn what to do, it's fun to just explore. And it was neat seeing, because like for so long we've come to know or associate Metroid with Castlevania, and you can see the real like roots of that happening in Castlevania II, as opposed to where everyone thinks it happened, which was Symphony of the Night.
Like Metroidvania term.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Because didn't we discuss this already?
Probably.
That like the guy who, no, what was it? No, it was the creator of Castlevania, right?
No, it was Koji Igarashi, the guy who did Symphony of the Night, when they said to him, like, oh, it's very Metroid inspired. Like, you know, what do you think of that term? And he said Metroid was never the game he had in mind. It was Zelda.
Yeah. That was interesting.
Yeah. But no, those ties were very much, they happened in Simon's Quest. I don't know. But yeah, Dracula, Kyle. Easiest thing in the goddamn
Is it the
world.
same, like, does he turn that troll monster again?
No.
Have you played the third one?
Huh?
Have you played the third one ever?
Yeah. And I'm actually replaying it now. But no, you resurrect Dracula. So the whole point of Castlevania 2 is that
get all his body parts, put them back together, and then kill him once more.
Because after
his
his last battle with
Wonderful.
Dracula, Simon has bestowed upon him by Dracula.
Penis.
Dracula's curse is inside of Simon. So in order to remove the
So
curse, he has to resurrect Dracula and kill him once again.
That's kind of like, no, there's other connections. Kind of like the Master Sword.
Yeah, there's.
You like, it's the sword of evil's bane, but once you pull it out, all the evil's like released.
Much like.
But yet it's already there to begin with, so I'm kind of confused.
So, what do you have to? So you pull all the pieces. You put you put Dracula back together. And then you kill him again. What do you have to do to kill him? Just fight him again? Just some whips? Whoopsh.
Yeah, you whip him like 6 times.
And then he's dead. That's the fucking game. I
Well,
don't want to play this game.
there's 3 different endings depending on how quickly you beat the game. I got the middle ending.
Which is what happens.
Dracula's dead, and the townspeople hate Simon and all of the Belmont clan.
Why?
Because they associate him with Dracula and whatever. They blame
Hey,
him
we
for
killed
it.
Dracula. We hate you so much.
And that's
you
pretty
killed
much
a
it.
monster.
The bad ending, which is actually, if you beat it in the quickest amount of time, or in the least amount of time, Simon's dead.
I feel like I would hate the Belmonts.
Wait,
too,
how does he die?
if I was a villager?
Like, he dies killing Dracula. But anyway, the good, best ending or whatever, after you see like the whole resolution and all the text scroll across, Dracula's hand comes out of the grave. My
That's
ending didn't do that.
That's the good ending?
That's the best ending.
You went to kill him, and you killed him, and then he was like, guess what, I'm back.
Yeah,
But the
pretty
bad
much.
ending is...
Well, back then it probably meant, oh, there's gonna be another one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
then
so,
a year
but the
later,
bad
there
ending
was.
is Simon dies. Does it say how he dies?
At the hands of Dracula while killing Dracula. Something like that.
So like
I
they
can't
like
remember.
it was a tight, warm embrace, and then they both died.
Uh-huh.
And then the middle ending where it's like, all right, we'll accept it. The
Yeah.
villagers hate you.
Yep.
Villager hates you.
Yep, from
Animal Crossing.
No, but it's good.
Is the mask you fight the mask from the first Castlevania?
What mask from first Castlevania?
Remember how there's that mask Dracula wears?
Oh, no, that's a good. I mean, you could probably make that argument if you wanted to, and say that it is, but maybe not.
Interesting.
Very easy game though, but fun in that like exploratory way. And then yeah, it led me to go back to Castlevania 3 again, and that's just such a weird game in another because that one combines the first and the second in this marriage of just.
Well, you're not Simon in the third one, are you?
No, you were Trevor in the third one.
And
And
it
then,
look like Simon.
What's the
Yeah.
story?
The first one.
About how my
oh,
flip?
huh?
Turn upside down?
What?
No, I'm sorry.
I don't remember the story.
Prince.
I can look it up while we're talking.
Yeah.
But
We can do that other thing, because I didn't really look it up. I looked at it, but I
just know
closed it
that
out.
one.
It
oh,
didn't
we'll
make
do that
sense. Okay.
later. Yeah.
So in that one, you play as multiple characters.
And 3?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Trevor.
I think that's when Alucard gets introduced, right?
Yeah, it's Alucard.
Do you play as Crevor at all?
It's Alucard, Grant, and Sepha.
Because Alucard's Dracula's son? Right?
Yeah.
And what's his importance at all?
Yeah.
Like, is he helping you out?
Do you want me to just read you the plot?
Is he that white hair bitch?
Yes.
Is that toothy
You,
bitch?
you want the plot, Kyle?
Yes, please.
The year is 1476, and Count Dracula has started to ravage Europe with an army of monsters. The
Ooh.
Belmont family of vampire hunters, once exiled from Wallachia, are called into action by the church.
Waluigi.
They feared the Belmonts' superhuman power, but with Dracula menacing to swallow Europe in darkness, they are left with no choice but to call Trevor Belmont, current wielder of the vampire killer whip.
Meanwhile, in America, sucks to be you.
Joining Trevor Belmont in his mission to defeat Dracula are 3 new playable characters.
Was in America in the 1400s.
Sypha Belnades, a young sorceress with poor physical attack power, but powerful elemental magic spells at her disposal. Grant Dynasty, a pirate with the ability to climb on walls and change direction in mid-jump.
Wait, a what?
That sounds like a banjo character.
Yeah.
Oh, what was he?
He's a pirate.
It's a pirate.
He's a pirate with the ability to climb on walls and change direction in mid-jump. And Alucard, Dracula's son, a Dampier with the ability to shoot fireballs and transform into a bat.
Vampire.
Trevor can be accompanied by only one companion at a time. If he chooses to take on another, he must abandon his current companion. The player can spiritually transform between Trevor and his ally with the select button. Both Trevor and whoever is accompanying him share the same health meter. The ending of the game differs depending on which companion Trevor has with him at the time, or if he does not take another character with him at all.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. That's interesting.
But yeah, and the cool thing is, like, there's, as you go through, it's very much a combination of the first two, because each stage, each area that you play through is very arcade-ish, as the first one was. And it progresses in that way where it's very, like, drastically different areas. Like, you've got your clock tower, your swamp, your forest, etc.
Okay.
But as you go through, you get to choose which area you go to. Up, down, takes you to one or the other.
Oh, okay.
So it has a bit of Simon's Quest with a bit of whatever. And then, depending on which area you go to, you can find a different companion character to tag along with you. But yeah, I did that, and then I ended up... That pushed me to go visit those... not 3DS, DS Castlevania games that I
Did you
picked
beat
up.
3 already?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm like halfway through. But playing through all this Castlevania stuff, I was like, oh yeah, I bought those 3 DS games and never touched them. So I started the Dawn of Sorrow last night, even though, yeah. I had played Dawn of Sorrow...
It's a slow start.
when I first got my DS, like back in 07 or whatever.
Yeah, it's like once you like beat the first boss, it kind of starts to flow better.
Yeah, it takes a little while, but it is, it's good. I've been on a Castlevania kick. So I kind of just want to keep replaying Simon's Quest, though, because it's...
Yeah, I want to replay Dawn of Sorrow and Portrait of Ruin.
Yeah. They're fun. But
Portrait of
they're a
Ruin.
bit dated with all the, like, DS stuff. Like, when you go to create a save file, you don't type in your name, you sign it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I kind of miss how fun that was.
I mean, yeah, it was all clever.
I remember when I first got my DS, like the first DS.
Yeah.
It was like that blue clamshell.
Uh-huh.
Well, they're all clamshell, but
Yeah.
chunky and gross.
Chunky,
and
gross, yeah.
Looked like it was like a military grade thing.
Yeah, it did. It looked like something
little
that...
tank.
Yeah.
And it came with Nintendogs.
Oof.
And
Which Nintendogs?
I think it might have been in the lab. Literally with the Labrador Retriever on the front. And I think that was all it came with. And my brother was like, oh, here, I'll buy you a game. And I was like, okay. And it was a game called Sprung, which was like this weird dating sim. And I was like, why the fuck do I have this game? I am a kid. But I played it anyway because it was the idea of like, because I didn't know what it really was. Like the name I had no idea what the name had implied. I was like, oh, to me this is just like a challenge of.
I heard of this game.
It's just like text conversations. Like that's all, and I could never get past this part where like it was such an early on part I think where it was like you're on a ski lift, and, and you have to pick like the right word. And I didn't know what sentence to pick, so I'm just like, well, this one looks fine. I'll just pick this, and then it didn't work. And I was like, well, then what the fuck is going on? I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I'm pressing these goddamn buttons. What?
I think it was a launch title.
Maybe. But like,
Pretty sure it was.
I could never get past it, and I was like, "Fuck it, this game's stupid anyway." Bye, and then I would just go out and buy like Mario. And
Did that teach you everything that you needed to know about dating?
Yeah. No, because I wasn't at a ski resort.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't given several options in front of me about what to say. My mind just.
What if I take you skiing and then I stand behind you?
Well, you stand behind the person.
It gives you
Okay,
index cards.
and I hold you. Yeah, I hold up.
Three or four options.
Mm-hmm. Would that help you?
They keep pointing. They see me pointing at things with a stick.
We should film that.
You should be talking to birds, and it turns out it's
Yeah.
your hodiful boyfriend.
Oh, that's well, outside of weird dating sims that you played 15 years ago, did you play anything else this week?
I was playing some of the Pokemon Shuffle.
Yeah,
We talked about that already.
we did.
I've been playing Shadow of Mordor still. I came to a different area now.
Uh-huh.
I was worried because I thought that it was all going to be in that one dark section. And then now you pass a certain mission and then you go to a very nice, beautiful nature-filled area. And it's like on the coast, so it's nice to look at, but it wasn't boring for the first part, but now it's kind of getting boring because it's like, okay, go and you don't have to kill war chiefs anymore. You have to brand them so that you can control their minds. So it's like, okay, just go up to them and brand them, which is all well and dandy. But when you come from having to kill them, in my head, I'm like, I still gotta kill this fucker, even if it says just brand them. And you have all their followers trying to attack you too, and it takes a while to brand them. Because like you have to hold in circle, and in that time, their followers can attack you, and it'll break the branding.
Yeah.
And it's annoying.
I need to restart the whole process.
Yeah, you don't have to restart the mission, but restart the process.
No, I mean restart the branding process.
Yeah, you have to restart the branding process. So it just gets fucking annoying.
Slows down, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, alright, I get it, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of the war chiefs and captains and things of that nature and bodyguards, they all have like they have strengths and weaknesses, and some are like, oh, it's invulnerable to range, so you can't just sit from far away and just pick them off with an arrow and kill them in one shot, or they're invulnerable to stealth. So like it plays like Arkham City in the way that like you could just hold in right trigger and then like R2 and then just press square and then stealth somebody.
Oh yeah.
So it's that like you can't. Some are invulnerable to that. Some suck and they're invulnerable to like combat finishers, which are the same way that he did like the takedowns.
Right.
So you can't really. That takes away a lot of their health. So you just have to keep hitting square and then attack and attack and attack and attack. So it gets annoying.
Yeah, it sounds boring.
And it's now I'm getting at a point where like, okay, luckily I just gameflied it, so nothing. I didn't lose anything from it.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm just gonna bless you. I'm gonna just to like take it away from me. But I don't know what the next game is in my queue, and I'm scared it's Far Cry 4.
What?
So I just gotta go through and edit it.
Yeah.
I set up GameFly before I
had
received.
You should check that.
Because I just want to get rid of it. And then I don't know any other games coming out that that are out that I care about.
I mean, Bloodborne's out and like.
I know, but Bloodborne's not gonna be my bag.
What if it is?
I've seen gameplay videos, and I'm like, I'm not into that kind of like.
Neither am I. That's why I want to do it because it looks weird.
It does, but it looks like it's gonna piss me off because it looks like that steampunk thing.
No, I don't think it's that.
And it's like okay, cool. You got this giant sword, and then you can have a companion.
It looks like the Castlevania game that we never got.
I don't know.
Except it's Dark Souls.
What's the story?
I don't know.
It's a bloodborne pathogen taking over the world. Will Smith is the helper.
Sure.
Okay, I'll play it then.
Yeah.
If I can do. Has Will Smith been in a game before?
Mark just gives no fucks.
Well, no, this one. He has the.
I had 2 fingers.
He's killing. He's shooting with that one. I don't know. I'll see. Can I get Hotline Miami 2 on a disc and just do that?
No.
I wish GameFly would just be like, okay.
It's on sale for the first week though.
Is it?
I mean, you can save like $1.50.
Yeah, like
Woo!
barely.
Oh,
Spike it.
probably, yeah.
I don't know. I haven't touched Animal Crossing anymore. I want to touch Animal Crossing. I was going to today, but I don't want to get back in that phase where I'm bored by games because I find little games that entertain me for a while.
There's a couple titles coming out this month, so just keep your eyes peeled.
It just sucks that like my DS feels so. My DS and my PS4 both feel so useless.
If you can find a way, I would recommend either White Knight.
I did see that. I liked that a lot.
If you want something just really like fast paced and simple, Broforce.
I was thinking about playing.
You can, if you have a computer in Steam, you can get the free one, which is the Expendabros.
Yeah.
So much fun.
I was considering LA Noire just because I liked that game so much.
Don't do that to yourself.
I know, but I really like that.
Oh,
game.
what's so wrong with it? I
don't
thought
know.
about trying it.
I really liked it just because the idea of.
I like detective type.
Yeah, I love that because that's like a mystery thing, and like I've said before, I want a mystery game.
Yeah, but it's that because it's a Rockstar game, you want it to be a Rockstar game, and when you realize the limitations that are placed there, you get frustrated.
I played it before.
I like the
I like they went really in depth with making that game as far as like the lip tracking and all the voices go.
I like the Red Dead Easter egg.
Is there a Red Dead Easter egg?
In a dumpster, I think, or a trash can, John Marston's hat is in there.
Maybe I should play Red Dead. I've never played that.
Oh, God,
I've been missing Fable
Just play Red Dead.
so much.
Yeah.
Play Red Dead and then play the DLC, the Undead Nightmare.
I
That's
love that game Gun. Do you remember that game?
Gun. I never played it, but
Thomas
I do know what it
Jane
is.
and Bill Watterson?
Sure. But yeah, gone.
Like, that's such a fun... To me, that was such a fun game, because after you beat it, you could still free roam. And I remember just hours on end every weekend, my friend and I would get the dynamite arrows and just shoot buffalo.
I remember getting that from Blockbuster like 3 weekends in a row.
It was a very fun game. And the Easter eggs that were in that, like, if you went into a specific cavern, there was, like, a naked woman, like a painting. But I want a game like that.
The most recent Call of Juarez is pretty fun.
Gunslinger?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or is it...
It's more like comical, like, because he's telling a story, and then as he's telling the story, as you're playing, like, he's like, oh, wait, no, this happened. So everything in the scenery changes because he forgot a detail.
That's fun.
Kyle, I would say...
Cut my losses.
No. 3DS, maybe spend $5, get yourself Simon's Quest. And actually, dive into it.
I don't know. I almost had another game that I wanted to say I wanted to play. I don't know. It just Fable's so fun. Like, the first Fable was amazing. It's at my friend's house because he had the white Xbox that was backwards compatible.
Mm-hmm.
And I played it all the time at his house. And, like, I was like, oh, this game's so fun. And then I remember when 2 came out, I bought it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh.
I couldn't get into Fable.
And then 3 came out. And I was like,
I
ugh.
tried. But, like, when you try to, I don't know, because, like, you can have a family, like, get married
I never did
and stuff,
that.
right?
I never gave a shit about that.
Well, I was trying to, like, get engaged with this woman. So I was trying to say, like, there's a command where you could be like, confess your love or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, if anybody's in that vicinity,
It goes to them.
They think you're talking to them. So, like, my butler was, like,
You
in
have
love
to
with me.
target
And,
them.
like, why are my neighbors or townspeople inside my house? I never said you could come in here.
I'm the dirty grub that lives in the alleyway.
Yeah.
How you doing? I just remember so much of that game that I
heard you loved me.
The reason I loved 3 just because it was kind of the Industrial Revolution going on at the time. And what's his face?
Yeah.
What's the actor's name? Michael Fassbender did a voice acting role. But you could combine spells, like one hand. They did gloves as far as spells go. So you could get like a fire glove and then like the sword like glove.
I just like you had a dog.
Oh, that was cool shit.
In case you were wondering, Wheel of Fortune is available for PlayStation Now. So that could kill some time this week. No,
Wait, what are the free ones on PS Plus? Isn't it Valiant Hearts?
yeah.
That's out.
Valiant Hearts, Oddworld, New and Tasty.
Yeah.
All right.
Popo and Yo, Crimes and Punishment, Sherlock Holmes,
Ali 2.
Ali Ali 2, which the free cheese just gave a 4.5 out of 5.
Stun a girl.
And Counter Spy, which Dan and Sandeep both told me they were really enjoying.
That seems interesting.
Yeah.
I want to try that one.
So, also, Saints Row is on sale for PlayStation 4, Kyle. So, you might have a couple of options. Yeah.
Is there a way to put Fire Red in my 3DS?
No.
If you have an R4 chip, maybe.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that. Anything else, Kyle?
No.
Mark, how is Hotline Miami 2? Wrong number.
Yeah, that's the big one. Why are we talking about that?
Well, before I get there,
Yeah.
there were other games I was playing before that.
Well, I figured none of them mattered.
Yeah.
Well, when it's Danica Patrick All Stars Racing Transformed,
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
featuring Sonic the Hedgehog.
You got that a while ago in that Steam sale,
Yeah, I started picking back up on it, and I finally unlocked my favorite character.
Danica Patrick.
That will and Vice
Yeah.
from Skies of Arcadia.
From NASCAR Racing, Danica Patrick.
Dale
Mhm.
Earnhardt?
The one that has the GoDaddy car with
Yeah, that
GoDaddy.com,
one.
Hot Wheels.
Yeah, I remember. No, yeah.
Yeah,
but-
last time I unlocked Danica, because I thought it was going to be Vice, but it wasn't. He was in the next cup, and I got him now. I still want to play that game. It's weird that's my favorite character for a game series I've never touched, but I know he's in Valkyria Chronicles as well.
Yes.
And that's why I want to play Skies and go into that, just to see how it connects. So it's not just like an Easter egg. Like, I think it's canon.
And you got you have Skies through the Steam sale as well, right?
It's
Or
not
the
in there.
Humble Bundle.
No,
Wasn't
it's just I've always talked about it and never had to play it. Never had a
Okay.
chance to play it.
Because you know that what's it called? Valkyria is now
Is it?
on Steam.
Oh
Unless
yeah. I know it's on Steam. It's just
Mhm.
it's never on sale when I want it.
Yeah.
Just trying to wait. But yeah, I keep getting that out of the way. I think I enjoy that. I'm not sure how I feel about saying this yet. I think I enjoy this Sonic Kart game maybe more than Mario Kart right now.
I know that.
In terms of like just picking it up whenever and getting back into it, like
Yeah, I get that.
especially I'm not sure about overall, but the tracks in Sonic are way better than Mario Kart. I can say that with confidence.
The tracks in Sonic.
Yes,
I think that
they are way better themed, and you feel like you're at a really fun amusement park.
Yeah, and I think that there's a lot more like detail for fans of Sega in that game.
So much detail in it.
Sans, Danica Patrick. But
Kind of like how Smash Brothers is with all the detail.
That's-
That's how this game is.
yeah, that
Because
is.
the House of the Dead track was like it's one of my favorites.
Well, the fucking Golden Axe one,
That was good too.
and the way the music comes in and everything, like it's. Oof. Now I want to go back and play that. Why don't they put that out on PS4?
like the Knights track, it's all flying.
Yes. I didn't. It's not one of my favorite ones,
No,
but,
but I
yeah.
like that it's stuck to that theme.
Yeah. I would like to see another one come.
Did your jacket yet?
Hmm?
Your jacket?
Oh yeah.
No, it didn't. It's in New York right now.
Well,
See, I think that's the thing that sucks about being able to track your packages now.
It's been in New York since the 9th.
Damn.
So I think I might get it tomorrow.
Okay.
Hopefully.
I hate tracking packages now because you get so antsy and you're
I mean,
like, it's supposed to be here.
I mean, it shipped pretty fast. I ordered it on the 5th?
It's from the UK, right?
5th or 6th, yeah.
That's real good.
No, I did it. I bought it on the 6th. It went through on the 7th, and it's in New York on the 9th.
Yeah, it's real good, though.
Yeah.
Was shipping, was there a standard shipping that you paid, or?
No, because I found a coupon that paid to cover my shipping.
I do that same shit. Fuck it. If you're,
It would have been like $10.
You're forking out how much for the jacket?
I don't want to talk about it.
Was it 80?
It's close to that. Yeah, it's like 76 or something.
Yeah. Well, but still, like, if I'm gonna pay that much for something,
But I have so much buyer's remorse just because I could have used that money for other things this week.
Well, yeah, but you couldn't predict.
And watch, by the
anything
time like it gets here, the weather would be super nice for you. You don't need a jacket.
you're never
It's
gonna wear a
like,
jacket again.
Fuck.
else. Sit inside, turn your fan on high, and play the game.
Yeah. But yeah, getting to the meat and potatoes of this. Like I've been, mentioning how many episodes before now?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to be talking about it, so here it goes. I didn't get to start until late last night, so I don't know how many hours I put into it.
So unfortunately, you haven't 100%ed it yet, but
No, not yet. But this one, yeah, it's It's more difficult,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like it's because they slowed your controls a little bit.
Did they?
I mean, you play as multiple characters, and yes, some are a little faster than others, but overall, just your actions are slow. Like, the knife used to be the fastest weapon in the first
Yeah, I
one.
saw you lawnmowing people.
Right, you just hold it in, and they slowed that animation down by a lot. The aiming's a little better. You don't necessarily have to keep holding an L2 to look forward, only to do it really far. So now your crosshair can move a lot within the same, I guess, view.
Okay.
The story, it's like, I like it, but I'm not, for some reason, it hasn't soaked in
Now, what is
completely.
it exactly? I forgot what you said it was.
It's a prequel and a sequel to
Okay.
the first one, because depending on your characters, it either takes place before or after the events of the first game.
Okay.
And there's some, like, minor, I don't know what to call it, tripping, hallucinations with each
Wonderful.
character. Like, I don't know what it is yet, but, like, everybody, there's one illusion where it's the Richard mask, the default chicken. For some reason, that keeps popping in everyone's stories, and it's talking to you.
The mask itself.
Yeah. And, like, I don't know why. Okay, I haven't found out yet. But
But the story of the game, isn't it?
well, I don't want to, like, really give away anything.
Well, yeah, I mean, just like the plot summary that they would release out. So it's a prequel and a sequel for some characters. It's a prequel, the others it's a sequel.
Yes.
Okay, but they were the what was it, the 50 or 55 sins or
The 50 blessings.
50? Look at me, getting a little dark. 50 blessings. They're still in this game as far as like the prequel goes, like the prequel side.
Yes.
Since there's how many new characters? Is there 4 playable characters now?
It's more than 4.
Okay.
It's how many people have there been so far? There's a Russian guy. So there's like these 4 characters that are like fans of what Jacket was doing.
Okay.
So they try to be like him because he got arrested after the first one.
So they need more.
So yeah, they were kind of aspired to be like him. So you
Okay.
have a group of technically 5 people, but 2 of them are brother and sister, and you play as them together, and that counts as one character.
Ooh, how's that play out?
Left click is Alex, it's a girl with a chainsaw, and her brother is right click, who only uses guns. And you can shoot and use a chainsaw at the same time if you wanted to. It's really simple. It looks confusing, but it's really easy, and that's
Okay.
actually one of my favorites.
And then what?
to
So I
play
imagine
as.
they move close. They have to be like they're tethered.
Yeah, like you mainly control Alex. Ash just kind of follows you. It's like ice climbers in terms of movement.
Okay.
So yeah, so you have those 4 or 5, whatever you want to label that as. Then you have about like 3 or 4 other characters, 5 other characters, I think, that I've played as so
Were
far.
there masks in the game still though?
There are. You don't necessarily. Not every character wears a mask.
Okay.
Because you could be a detective. Like there's a writer. There's a
But all of them kill.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, one of them you can kill, but he's more of a pacifist. Like he will knock people out, and whenever he gets a gun, you can't use it. He will unload it automatically and throw it.
That's kind of a cool thing to do.
That's what the writer does. But he can go in a rage and punch someone to death on the ground. But you can choose not to do that.
Okay.
So you can punch them, they'll be knocked out, and then you can get off of them with right click. Or if you keep going, the screen turns red and he starts beating them into a bloody pulp. That was kind of cool. But yeah, the story's a little weird. I like it a lot so far. The music is fucking amazing.
Better than the first?
Better than the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I mean, they're both good. But
Because I saw that you shared on Facebook it was a screenshot of the Ninja Turtles Easter egg.
yeah, it
And I
was a
thought
kids'
that was
room.
really cool.
And there was little.
kids are wonderful.
It was just a kids' room. There was little Ninja Turtle toys on the floor.
Yeah,
That's
I saw
cool.
that.
And he had a Super Nintendo in there as well.
So, when you guys leave tonight, do I need to go download this immediately?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm wondering how the 2 control on a PS4 controller. Like that's what I'm worried about.
It's probably not that bad.
It's
It might be easy. I feel like since this game has slowed down in terms of pace and movement, I feel like it might be. I think it's more suitable for Sony consoles.
How did you play the first one?
PS3.
Then you're probably way better off on a PS4 controller. See, my
Yours was on Vita, right?
Yeah, and like Vita is perfect. Like,
and I think this game has a couple bugs in it too.
Yeah.
I posted a video earlier. There's sometimes the dogs like to spin in circles.
Oh.
It doesn't matter where they're at. And like I had 2 dogs on one screen, and they were both in their own little rooms, just spinning in sync.
Can you go near them and they won't attack you, or like they'll continue to spin, or they will get it together and hit you?
It's a little bit of all of that. Sometimes they'll come at you, sometimes they'll just keep spinning.
They'll come at you spinning.
Enemies who get stuck in between doors, they'll start glitching really fast, and you can't hit them. Sometimes if you're like going around a corner, for some reason they're just invulnerable to you hitting them. Like they just don't feel it. You just go right over them. Like you're within range of hitting them with an axe or something,
but it doesn't hurt them.
It just doesn't hurt them, but they can kill you.
That sounds not fun.
I'm not gonna say who I was playing as, but I was in a prison, and there's this type of prisoners that will sprint at you really, really fucking fast, and the only way to hurt them is with a melee weapon, because if you shoot, they duck.
Damn. But that's such a cool...
But this guy ran through a wall, ran off the stage, and never came back. He went through every wall like Gumby.
He was just like, alright, I'm getting pride.
It only happened once. I wish I recorded it. That was hilarious, because I was scared for my life, and he just completely missed me and went through a wall like Juggernaut and just...
So they aim for you, though.
Oh, yeah.
And can you dodge that? Like, can you get out of their way real quick? Or they're just way too fast, and they're just going to change direction
in that level, you can't, but there's 2 characters where if you hit the space bar, you can roll and you can dodge bullets and whatnot.
That's cool as shit.
Yeah.
Nope, it's gone.
I do like that they're adding... There's several characters now, and the fact that they have...
I like it's good variety.
Yeah. And they have unique traits. But the thing is, I wish that they would have thought about it with the first one. Granted, it was only 2 guys, so... But still, it would have been really nice to have, like, all these abilities.
Yeah. I think with the first one, I think it was more of... It was a game about games, in a sense. And I'm kind of ripping that from another person who said that, but... that game is kind of like satire as a whole. Like it wasn't meant to be taken serious. Like it wasn't about the story; it's just about the gameplay. And I think since then, so many people love the story anyway. I guess they decided to focus on it more with this.
Double down on it.
Even made a digital comic series for it.
Which is cool, and that prequels this second game, right? The digital comic, it tells you what happens after the end. The comic's like an in between. Okay,
but it also has some prequel moments in it as well. It's weird. I mean, it all makes sense. It's not confusing at all. I make it sound confusing, but...
Does the comic give you is it top-down, too?
No, it's just black and white.
It would be cool to see the comic be top-down.
It just gives you more depth to the characters that you play as.
Like Jack. Oh, but it still touches on Jack, because you said he's on trial, right?
Yeah, the most I've seen him so far in this.
Okay, so he's in the game.
He is in the game, but I haven't played as him. I don't know if you can play as him, but I haven't.
Do you meet him as another character?
You'll probably have to,
yes, but he doesn't talk.
He
just smokes a lot. Cigarettes.
Did you
And I have him in Payday 2 as a character, and I got to see his face.
Yeah, that's right.
What's he look like?
He kind of looks like a really he looks like a goofy Ryan Gosling.
Did you get that collector's edition with the vinyl?
No, I wish I did. I just got the digital special edition, which comes with like a digital art book and the soundtrack, which I haven't accessed yet. I guess it's in the Steam folders. I don't know how to get to it.
Probably, yeah.
Because I really want to look at all that.
Yeah.
But the menu and everything, that's constructed way better. The navigation through the chapters, it's cool. It's all they're separated into like VHS box sets.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That.
So each act has like a couple little movies inside them. They have their own little custom posters and everything.
That's so...
And I haven't reached back to that one character yet, but I don't think I have to put my foot in my mouth with what I said before with that controversial quote. Rape
I was
scene.
going to ask you if you found out what happened with that.
From what I played, it's just a tutorial thing. I haven't got to play as that character since then. Maybe no, that's not true. I have got to play as him like 1 or 2 other times, but they were all movie scenes, but that rape thing never continued.
He's still an actor. Like, is that what it is? Or
yeah, I think he's the bum in the first one that you kill in the very beginning, who teaches you how to play, and then you knock him out in the alley. Where after you put the suitcase in the dumpster.
Yeah.
I think that's him. It looks like them.
Well.
Yeah, like I'm close to the end. It's really fun. I'm terrible at it.
How do the 2 guns
Oh,
work?
Marc?
That's a character?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He wears a bear mask. He's a big guy.
It's cool as shit.
He's a big guy.
He starts off with 2 submachine guns, and if you hold in the right click or if you hold in the secondary action button, the longer you hold it in, the more his arms will stretch out.
Okay.
And then you have, like, in this now, some characters, your gun, you have an extra clip of ammo, so he will reload it. You can blow it off really fast, but once you're done using that, you can use any weapon in the game. But you always have to start off with that. You can't drop it or throw it.
But that's so cool. Do you?
I hate playing as him.
You hate playing. But each stage, not each stage, but stages they have characters that are exclusive to them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I feel like that kind of sucks, but I feel like, do you think at the end, after you beat it, you might be able to go through with different characters?
Kind of. Like the 4 or the group of fans, or that's why I call them. You can choose who you want to be out of them.
Okay.
Whenever it deals with them. Or there's one character who will have, I think it's Jake, the snake mask.
Jake the Snake.
You unlock 2 other snake masks, so I think you can choose from those, and they have perks for that character specifically. There's one character where you can choose what gun you want to start with.
Do you ever think Hotline Miami would be successful as a third-person game? Or a first-person? Like,
First person?
like a first-person shooter, or even just like a behind-the-back. Or you could be given that option of, you can just switch the camera.
First person, I'm not sure. Because
It's so fast.
because a big advantage to that game is seeing
Being
all
everything.
around
Yeah,
you.
that's what I was. Or do you think the advantage, like that's the fun part is, and it's part of the
If it
challenge
was
of
third person,
seeing all your.
like if it was third person, not top down. Oh yeah, that would be fine.
I think that you could do a game in that series, but it certainly wouldn't be Hotline Miami. It would be a fast-paced, like, Twitch shooter.
Yeah, like if Sleeping Dogs was more extreme, I think that's how I would vision Hotline Miami.
No, I could see Hotline Miami as like an on-rail shooter or something.
Kind of like Killer 7 or something.
Or, like a Time Crisis or something.
That could work.
Like,
that would just be.
It's
so
not.
boring.
It is not Hotline Miami, but like if you put all of the like garishly neoned things,
Like if they just tried it just to see, because I think it could be a fun. Like, obviously not as fast paced because the game is terrifying.
Yeah,
terrifyingly fast, but like if GTA were even more brutal in a way.
yeah. Hey, speaking of which, I remembered something else you can play. Heists are now in GTA 5. You okay?
His hand
The weather was getting better, Joe.
Well,
It no longer matters.
nope. You don't have to go outside anymore.
Draw the blind.
Heists are a thing. While you're in there, you could cry as well. Because Uncharted 4 is not coming out until 2016.
I have to go to Amazon real quick then.
Yeah, you remember the character in First Hotline Miami who was like at every store?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ginger guy.
Well, yeah. He kind of reminds me of Leo from that '70s show.
Leo.
Chong. From Cheech and Chong.
I forgot I had on my wish list all these cool little figures. I wanted
It's
to
like
show
my dad
you.
as a teenager.
Oh, those are cool.
What is that?
They're these little Nintendo figures that are way too expensive.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I've seen those. They're really cool.
Oh yeah. 42, 73 for what's her butt?
Samus.
Well, if you've seen any like posters for the second one, it's the guy with the glasses. It's him from the first one.
Yeah.
You get to play as him.
Oh really?
In this game, it's like, why? Because this takes place in the
90s.
It's like between 89 and 91, but the flashback I think is a little earlier. So I'm guessing World War II.
Oh,
or Vietnam. I don't know.
probably not.
Yeah, he's in. That's where he first like came from, and he talks about like opening up all those stores and whatnot.
Oh, that's cool.
And I guess it's. I don't know if I should say it.
We'll save it for next week. Let people give.
Yeah, it's really fun.
themselves some time.
But like, he's the one where you can have to start with different guns, and if you right click, you have a knife automatically.
Oh, that's
so you can switch between gun and knife.
Yeah.
That's a good combination.
It's good though.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think because they slowed everything down, that's what makes it more challenging.
Okay. Well, what don't you like about the game?
That
Yeah.
I don't like that they slowed it
Slowed it
down. It makes it feel less arcade-ish,
Okay.
in my opinion. Certain characters I don't like, such as Marc with a K.
Do you think if they would have spelled it with a C, he would have been, more enjoyable?
I don't know. I wonder if he would have played different.
He might
I
have.
don't know. I don't see a level editor in there yet. I don't know if that's being added later or if I have to unlock it, or if it's even still a thing. I don't know. I found some weird piece of paper, and all it said on it in the game, it said March 10th, and then it said March 16th. And I was like, why is this a thing? It was hidden. Like it wasn't necessary to find. I went to a room that wasn't supposed to be in, I guess, and that's all it said on the note. So I don't know if that has anything to do with anything.
I guess I'll find out Monday.
Monday. But what I don't like about it, I have a feeling like in the beginning of the game, the one hallucination, Richard Mask said, "You might as well just stop here because you're not going to like the end." I think I think it's talking to the player, not to the character.
Oh, okay.
So I probably won't like the end. Just like in the first one, the ending was very lackluster in it because it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out why I wouldn't like it. Probably because it's so abrupt and it doesn't
Probably
really
it's
conclude anything.
It's gonna be a Hamlet.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on at the part that I'm at. Like a lot of shit's going down, but I'm kind of blazing through it. I mean, I'm still taking it in, but it hasn't fully set in for me yet.
Do you have to? Jacket's on trial, right?
Last that I saw of him in the game, yeah, he was in court.
He's probably gonna die. He'll probably get the death sentence. I'm sorry. Now I'm upset, and I'm making everyone. Upset.
So did you not get my text today about Uncharted 4?
You said something. You said.
I saw your tweet about it.
Yeah.
What did you say to me?
What was Game Freak making?
Oh, wonderful.
We'll talk about that in a second. Game Freak is making a weird game.
You said stun a girl. You said no Nathan Drake till spring, and
Yeah.
what I thought that meant was no information or anything about it until this coming spring.
Sorry.
So I got upset, and then now when you told me it's not till 2016, Naughty Dog, this better be the best game ever. This better be better than The Last of Us. That's what I'm gonna tell you. You want all this time? What are you doing over there? Fucking around? You fucking fuckers. You better I want better lip tracking, because all the other games had terrible lip tracking.
You have been loving lip tracking tonight.
Well, I just thought about it, and it's a great thing. It's fun. Sully better not be dead. Nate better not be dead. That bitch that he's with better not be dead. He better have a cool kid that he's training to be a thief. That guy who's his brother, he better be cool. He can die. I don't care. He just can't betray him.
Dexter better not be dead. Oh.
That tan bitch from the second game can't be dead.
Hey. It's my girl.
I just said it better not be dead. She better not be dead. Jack and Dexter get to come back. They're in there. Or you pass by a statue of them. Maybe a totem pole. Maybe a pirate ship. You know?
All right, hey, real quick.
No.
We're going to get ready and close.
Okay,
but,
sorry.
So, Tembo the Badass Elephant.
Oh, right.
That is a game.
They're working with SEGA, right?
Yes, developed by Game Freak and published by SEGA, coming to PC, PlayStation 4, and the Xbox One.
What the hell kind of game is this?
It is what looks like a side-scrolling action platformer.
Are there screenshots?
There are. It
Also,
kind of
that one like teaser image.
This one that makes it look like it's something from like regular show.
I did not see that.
Yeah.
Stun a girl. Sorry, I just had a stroke.
It does sound like a regular show, Chowder.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Chowder.
Type look.
Chowder made me feel like I was constantly tripping though.
Is the real title is Tembo the Badass Elephant?
As far as I can tell, yeah.
Yeah, it's all in caps.
I just think it's odd that Game Freak is putting out I mean, I know that they're not under Nintendo.
It just looks.
I guess they're trying to branch out.
So much. Yeah, that's what I thought. Nintendo would have been like, "You're ours."
I mean,
they're like,
they
that's
don't
what you
own them.
think.
They don't
It's
own them.
kind of funny. Yeah, it looks like that art style that's been out now. Like as far as Nintendo or Cartoon Network's been having.
Is described as a larger-than-life 2D side-scrolling action game. It launches this summer.
Did they say larger because you're an elephant?
Oh, would you like to hear a bit of the press release.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Sega Vice President John Clark put out a press release, and here's just a chunk of it. We're delighted to be working with Game Freak to bring this heavyweight adventure to an audience we feel will have relevance to.
I'm not fucking playing this game.
It's a trunk full of fun, and we think gamers are going to love it. Hopefully more than my rubbish elephant puns.
Wait, what happened? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
And then he tries to make fun of himself to try to make it seem okay for him to use these puns.
Stunner
No,
girl.
I'm not accepting that.
It looks certainly interesting. I mean,
I'll watch it.
Nope.
what was the last platformer that Game Freak did? What's it called? Jawdozer?
Yeah, but the last game they did, I think, was besides Pokemon, was what, Harmonite?
Probably.
I like Harmonite.
Yeah.
I don't own it, but I would like to own it.
It's one of the Club Nintendo things.
Oh, well, I'll never.
Oh.
I've never messed with that. I've never had platinum in my life.
I just secured platinum for the very last time.
I would love to play that old Rugrats game.
That's a... Alright.
We have better luck in another Rugrats game sooner than Uncharted 4, you know? Because fuck me.
You have a better chance of getting Rugrats than Phantasy Star Online 2 ever coming to stateside.
That's probably true. It's just
Fuck
so
Sega.
upsetting.
What the fuck?
Why show me at E3 then? Why? Fuck you. How's that sound? Fuck
happens,
you. Why
Tom.
wouldn't you just show me why would you be like, hey, ho, 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 we're gonna jerk your dicks and then not let you come? It's bullshit. Why wouldn't you wait? Why wouldn't you wait till E3 15?
How many games have done that?
All of them. All of them.
Every single game that's coming to PlayStation 4 this year has been
Why
delayed.
Why did I spend $400?
You got Batman coming. You got Bloodborne in 2 weeks.
Batman coming. Okay.
You got MLB The Show 15, which I think we should get.
MLB The Big Show 15.
I think we should get that
No.
and do a team.
I was thinking about baseball earlier today on my ride over here.
I don't give a fuck about sports, but I feel like it'd be a fun, dumb game to play.
Why?
Just cause. If anything, when
That's the game.
15 comes out, I'll grab 14.
Just cause.
Just cause.
Just because 3 coming out.
Yeah.
I'm so upset now.
Final thing before we wrap up. I have a little bit of sad news and a bit of a cautionary tale that I hope the world will learn from.
Stunner girl.
If
Done.
you've been using an external hard drive or a flash drive
Ooh.
on your Wii U, stop using a flash drive. And if your external hard drive is not powered by its own power source, you should get a different one, because mine, no.
This happened last night, right? Was it last night?
I don't even know.
No,
2
I
nights
worked
ago.
last night.
Yeah.
It was 2 nights ago.
I was trying to download Donkey Kong Country on the Virtual Console, and as it was downloading, there were some eShop network errors, so it downloaded the file in error, and then it corrupted the download data of that game on the external hard drive,
Oh, jeez.
which is fine because you should be able to just go in, remove the Donkey Kong Country corrupted data, and then everything's fine.
Yeah.
But because I'm not using because it's not using its own power source, it was pulling too much power from the Wii. So every time I powered on the Wii with the corrupted data, so the system was trying to overwork itself to read the external, and because it couldn't, and then because that thing was drawing more and more power from it, it just almost bricked my Wii U. But it didn't. I lost save data for Hyrule Warriors, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, Pikmin 3.
You lost your short movies.
Lost those short movies. I lost a handful of other things.
All the Wii titles.
Yeah, but I didn't get very far in those. Although, like, all my Metroid progress is just gone now, which I did get kind of far in.
In other news,
Uh-huh.
I saw an exclusive clip from Batman vs. Robin.
Oh.
So
It wasn't much of a clip.
yeah, it was more or less a cool fight sequence, but
I'm
it was very strange to see the unmasking of the
Batman throws someone.
Batman throws
Who
someone, then he
knew?
breaks an arm. What? And then he punches him. What? No way!
And then we end a podcast.
Bye. They
No.
should end it right there.
Can't do that. Can't do
Yeah.
that because I need to talk to the listeners for a second.
Plugs.
Yeah. If you hate listening to this episode or any episode like this and you'd rather hear something different, I had an interview this weekend. I talked to Alex Fraioli of the No More Whoppers podcast, also of Critical Hit Bar in Nagoya, Japan. I sat down with Alex for about an hour and a half and talked all about his retro video game themed bar, Japan, what it's like to live in Japan as a white American man living there, as well as why today's video games suck, why old video games can make us remember those weird, musky, gross basements that kid down the street had. I don't know. We talked about a lot of good stuff. It was a fun time, and I very much enjoyed it. That should be in the podcast feed as well as on the YouTube page and our SoundCloud page, just like all of our podcasts are now. But if you like this episode, you can find it and all the other ones, as I just said, on YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes, where you can rate and review us. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you think of the show. You can also send feedback to podcast@thefreecheese.com. Suggest a topic of the week or a question of the week for us to talk about. Go to thefreecheese.com, where we have all of our reviews and content and everything. We should have a new retro spotlight up soon. Friday, we're going to have another question of the week that everyone answered.
Did I answer it?
You did.
Intelligently?
I don't remember.
As intelligently
Probably
as
not.
I could.
But that's coming. We're also all on Twitter. The Free Cheese is at Some Free Cheese. Kyle is at Uncle_Donna.
Bless you.
I couldn't control it.
Mark is at Captain Alamark with a C on both ends of that.
Huh, it is.
And I am at The Free Cheese. While you're at it, go follow Oswald at Oswald the Pug. I haven't updated that Twitter account in a week or two, but I'll get some more pictures on there. Outside of that, that's it. Get ready for, I don't know.
Spring Break 2015.
Is that a thing that happens?
Yeah, it is happening this coming week.
Another
It's
day
going to
closer
be
to E3.
We are another day closer to E3.
to be let down by the video game industry.
I don't think we will. I think it's going to be a good one.
Maybe Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo will be fun.
It'll be good until delays happen.
Yeah.
Inevitable. Why bother? I don't understand why they're like they fill us with hope, and they're like, just kidding.
Because
2016.
I blame the businesses to begin with, the marketing. They're like, oh, you gotta have it out by this time, and it's like, look, fine, we'll do what you say, but we can't do it. We need more time. Fine.
I have a question.
I'm sorry. Let's end the podcast.
What the fuck is that?
There's a pterodactyl in the house.
All right,
That's
what I
what my
thought.
headache sounds like.
What's Mark gonna do? Because right now you're overreacting a bit, but how's Mark gonna feel when Zelda gets delayed to 2016?
Well, I don't have a Wii U, so yeah.
No, but you know what I bet will happen? They'll be like, hey guys, you know what?
It's not gonna get delayed.
We actually finished Zelda early, so we're gonna put it out 2 months early. Fuck Kyle. I don't think it'll get delayed either.
Because it's Nintendo.
Yeah, and fuck Kyle.
And fuck Kyle.
We'll be back next week with episode 113. Until then,
Titled Fuck Kyle.
yeah. Take care.